single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make.
Hello everyone. I'm going to try to add, hopefully Dr. Martinez is online. We have no bloopers today. Hi everyone. I wonder if I'm live. Hi, maybe he's here. We're gonna get this your viewers, add, bring Eddie on camera. I think we're doing this. Dr. Martinez, we're really doing this. I think it's adding. My name is Dr. Aura Tovar from Chiro Mission and WP Chiro Mission, and we're here having a very real talk on something that is important in chiropractic, important in everything. Oh my God, we did this! Yay! Can you hear me? Yes? Hello? Oh boy. Are you there? Say something. Uh-oh. You can't hear me? Can you hear me now? No? No, you have to turn it. Can you see me? Oh, this is great. Well, this is us trying to talk about certainty here with Dr. Martinez. We can see him, but we can't hear him. Can you hear me? No? Yes. Oh my Lord. Can you hear me? Yes? No? Okay, so can you hear me or no? You cannot hear me? No? Oh boy. I'm gonna go to the page on the iPad and see what's happening here. See who can hear who. No? 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 Everything. Oh! I can't hear you. No? So I'm trying to see it on the iPad. No. Say something. Oh, you're gone. I'll try to. Okay, add. So I'm trying to be able to see his video too. Add. So I'm trying to be able to see his video too. Okay, so we're adding you again.
Here we go.
Oh my God, it's going to be a blessed rainy weekend here in Miami just because we could do this. Okay, let me shut this off because then I'll be in audio. How are you? I'm so happy we can do this.
We figured this out.
Oh my God, this is awesome. I'm so excited. We've been trying to do this for a couple weeks now. But so my name is Dr. Aura Tovar and I'm live here with Dr. Eddie Martinez. We both are practicing chiropractors in Miami, but I've known him for many, many years and he is definitely the guy to tap that atlas. So I would like him to say a little bit about himself because I am very biased here. So Eddie, tell me, introduce yourself.
All right, I'm Dr. Eddie Martinez. I practice in Miami, Florida. Been in practice 20 years, graduated from Life University, 1997, and having a blast along the way. Been on several mission trips while I was in school, after I graduated. Haven't been on one, actually I was on one 2 years ago. It's just a great thing to do, but it's about service, and that's what it's all about, service and spreading the principle of chiropractic and the wonderful profession that we have and how people can benefit from it, not only here in the United States and Miami, but all over the world.
Indeed, indeed, we have such a gift, you know, that we have to give to people, and as many people as we can encounter, because the world needs us, and it needs us to be on top of our game. And just like I mentioned before, I am so grateful to you, Dr. Martinez, because of you, I went on my first mission trip 10 years ago. And I know I kind of just went on a guy's trip and I just crashed the party, but I am so grateful for you even mentioning to me that you were going. I know you had been on mission trips before that one already, and
Right.
you were just on Chiromission mission and with some of your friends, Dr. Judson and Dr. John. It was such a great trip. It was my first time, and it really changed me. Hence, I'm still doing this. Again, my name is Dr. Aura Tovar from Chiromission, Mission, and if you're listening to us, please wave, say hi. We're here with Dr. Eddie Martinez, and we're going to be talking about certainty, which I feel, obviously I invited him because this guy knows what he knows that he knows. And when I get on my knees and I'm ready to receive that adjustment, I know that he knows exactly how to tap that atlas. So I fully trust him, and we've been friends for a long time. He's married to my best friend, so obviously I consider him more than family, but it's definitely a person that I would ask to speak to me about, to all of us, about certainty. Why would you think certainty is needed in chiropractic?
It's probably the most important thing in chiropractic for being a chiropractor. You know, as far as serving our people that come into our office, when they come in, they're coming for help, whether it's for get rid of their pain, or sometimes people, you know, lately I've been getting on their forums, you know, why are you here? They're like, better life. You know, we usually don't get that on the first visit, but you know, it's becoming a thing. It's becoming more of the culture. But when they come in, they're scared. They've never heard of it. They don't know what to expect, because you know there's different styles of practicing chiropractic, different state of minds in chiropractic. But you know, I hold the true traditional principle philosophy of chiropractic, and I believe that if we're certain in what we do, not only in what we know as far as the principle and our technique, you know, we have to be certain in our principle so we can educate the people correctly, so they get out of that outside in mentality and know that the answers are really within. We just have to release them. But also be masters of our technique, whatever technique it is. I migrated or resonated with upper cervical, because that's what helped me. And when I got adjusted by Michael Kale back in 1997, my first quarter in class, and I think you were there at the homecoming class, and they were teaching it. It just blew me away, and I go, I have to learn that, and that's just what resonated with me, and that's how I take care of my family. That's how I like to get taken care of myself. But you know, every technique works. You just got to put your intent behind it, your energy behind it, and your certainty. So your certainty has to be so much more than the fears and the negativity that come into your office. That's all it is. It just has to outweigh what they bring.
So true, so true. And I know you're also very involved with the FCS here in Florida.
Yes.
And I know you encounter a lot of chiropractors, and you are in the chiropractic, a little bit of chiropractic politics field. What would you say what is the problem that chiropractors have with certainty? What do you think is happening in our profession that we suffer so much of lack of certainty, right? Of lack of passion, or lack of this drive, just like you have it, to know that you're doing the best for the patient, and they need it so much that we just have to go out there and communicate it. What do you think is lacking?
That's a very good question, because I can't speak for everybody, because we don't never know what's going on in somebody's mind or their heart or their situations. I know just personally from the things that I've seen as a once patient. I've been getting adjusted since I was 13 years old, and the things that I climbed out of as far as health wise and life wise because of those adjustments. What I got to see working in a chiropractor's office. You know, we say miracles, but it's just what happens when your nervous system is clear. The person's better. You know, the things that just from an adjustment, simple adjustment, 2-second adjustment, people getting off of their diabetes medication. I know you worked in the same office for a few years with the one that I'm talking about. Our good friend Gonzalo Coronach here in Miami. So he's a big influence for us as well, a mentor. And the things that I saw in his office when I was in college, in undergrad, that just kind of snowballed over to the certainty, because I know it's possible. So as far as what's going on in the profession, and with certainty, or like you said, passion, I think it's just something that we have to somehow, not only as far as the FCS and being vice president, we have to communicate that message to the public so that people have a good understanding, so that the members of the organization, of the society, of any society or organization in every state will benefit the members of the society, because the community is better educated. So I think that's one of the outreaches as a state organization. That's an objective that should be carried out. Not only talking to ourselves, because we go to the seminars, we go to the conventions, we're just talking to ourselves all the time. But that's a little sidetrack. It's just getting out there and really getting the message out. But within ourselves, basically, we want to make sure that we're tapped in. As far as an individual doctor, be tapped in. Not only go to seminars and conferences that talk about that from the stage, but even picking up the phone and talking to each other. You and I can have a conversation and just lift each other up. Maybe you're having a bad day, because we're all constantly getting that negativity from the outside, and we have a strong principle. And even the best of the best can be, overwhelmed by all this of it. You get to doubt yourself and say, "Oh, am I really doing the right thing here?" And, so it's easy to question yourself as to whether you're doing the right thing or not, because so much more of the percentage of the people think another way, right? So just
yeah, I know you are sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm a speaker for Dynamic Essentials, and you're a regular there as well. And that is your tribe that keeps you plugged into the principle, what chiropractic truly is. Because I feel that we just need to unite more, and the principle is so beautiful. And no matter what you do, the principle is still the same. It is the same thing. What we are all doing, no matter if you add nutrition or you add whatever to your office, or the principle of chiropractic is the same. And that, I feel we need to unite more. I know Dynamic Essentials is amazing. I remember being there on that orientation and listening to Dr. Sid for the first time, September 1993. So I still remember very, very, very clearly, not understanding a word he said, but getting his passion. And I was like, woo, I don't know what he said, but I want some of that.
Right. And that's the other thing, when like you said, you may not have to understand what the person is saying, but they feel your passion. That's another thing too, because if you own the chiropractic principle, and it applies into your practice, and you're educating people, sometimes they don't understand, they don't even know what you're saying, but they feel your passion, and they want to be around you. They just want to come every day.
That is so true. And obviously, we're here on the Chiro Mission page, and I've been doing mission trips for 10 years. And I know you were on my first mission trip. And definitely one thing that I see on mission trips is that because most people don't speak the language where we go, the language is gone. Like what you speak, it's just your passion, your intention, the love that just gets transmitted between giver and receiver, and it becomes one. And it's such a beautiful gift. And I feel that gives such certainty to the practitioner as well, because they realize that most of what they're doing or saying doesn't really matter. It gets too much in the way of the beauty and the principle and the passion that the chiropractic is, and the miracles that it always creates. We don't have to go on mission trips to see miracles, but what would you say are some of the benefits of people going on mission trips for certainty?
For certain, well, the one thing that I want to say about mission trips.
And hi to everybody that's watching us. Please post questions, like, share. Sorry, go ahead.
There you go. One of the things that I've learned in the mission trips that I've gone, especially the one that we went on, how long ago was that?
10 years ago.
10 years already? Okay.
I believe it. I've been doing this for 10 years.
There's things and situations and circumstances where opportunities present themselves. But I wanted to say about especially this mission, because I had an experience on that mission trip where I got sent to a town with a student, and when we were there, there was nobody, in the location that we were supposed to meet everybody at, and it was like a ghost town, right? So, and it actually helped me. This actually helped me further in practice, as far as certainty and also creating your own opportunities. So what we did was, she was like, well, what do we do now? So I'm like, no problem. There was a wedding going on. So we walked over to the wedding. We talked to them. We adjusted the notary, because it was a notary public. We adjusted the notary. We adjusted the witnesses. We adjusted the bride and groom. Across the street, there was a construction site. We walked over there. We adjusted all the guys there working. We went to the fire station. We went to, because that day there was some celebration at a park far from where we were, celebrating the anniversary of the town that we were in. So nobody was at that location. And then we went door to door. We started knocking on doors. People offering us coffee and just having conversations and telling them about what we were doing there. It was one of the best experiences that I've had. We must have adjusted at least, I'm thinking, about 400 people, just walking around the neighborhood and creating those opportunities to touch people's lives and giving them a little bit of chiropractic.
Yes, it removes some of that fear, right, that we have.
Absolutely. Knocking on doors.
Yeah. And sometimes I feel, because I've been doing this so long, and I see both perspectives, the people that receive it, and then they tell me all the stories when we come back 6 months after, and the doctors that we facilitate these trips for, and the volunteers as well, which are so valuable, and they have become chiropractic students and become chiropractors themselves just for going as a volunteer on a mission trip. And I always say, why can you not just grab this feeling and take it back? Because we have a mission everywhere we go, right? And in our practices, in our towns, in places we visit. When I go on vacation, I end up adjusting the staff everywhere, because if I do it there, I can do it anywhere, right? And just, it's so simple and so beautiful when you're certain that what you're giving is such a gift. And that love and that certainty transmits into the adjustment, which creates miracles. That is at least obviously my belief. But I know I had to invite you because, again, you're my number one uncertainty. If I ever need the most amazing adjustment, I would drive to Coral Gables and get it from you. And I know it never fails. It just, whatever it is in my body, immune system wise, you're the man to go to. So, and I know you could definitely speak about principle because you know it. What do you think is so much in the way of the principle and on fears? What do you think is in the way that creates such fears and blocks that when we are in our practices or in our towns, we do not feel as open to go door to door or speak the principle or reach anybody we want and talk to everybody? What is it that is keeping us from doing?
One of the differences between the mission trip and being in your town is probably that you're never going to see those, or you might never see those people again. You do, you go back all the time, but so you'll see returning patients there. But I think that one of the things is we tend to, over there it's there's a little more free. I'm never going to see that person again. I could just let it all out, and what happens. When you're home, when you're home, I think you get a little more fearful, a little more guarded. What are they going to think about me? Type of thing. So those are those things that go through people's heads as far as when they're in their own town and practice, and it's just something that you have to get over. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm not a vocal guy to begin with, that, but when it's time to speak out, you have to speak out, and it's our job. It's our duty and our job, and that's it.
Well, I will say, Dr. Ed, you have gotten really good at it.
Got better?
At speaking and just being up front for such a shy guy that I met many moons ago. But thank you so much for coming on and giving us a little light. I know we can find you in Dynamic Essentials because you're always there, and people should plug in. It's an amazing seminar that kept the traditions of Dr. Sid for so many years, and the principle is alive and well. if you're ever doubtful that this is the profession you should be in, please go, because I know for a fact that these people are the real deal, and they will love you and accept you and embrace you, and it's a nice, beautiful family. Also, I have to praise Dr. Martinez because he holds a group meeting here in our town called Band of Brothers, which I know now that there's in plenty of other places as well. Yep. And great mastermind to stay connected. And if you don't have anybody to connect to, please message us. We can connect you to people in your towns so you can have somebody to talk to lift you up. Because I do understand, for being in practice also 20 years, that insurances and reactions and the media and so many things can bring you down. And we are here to uplift each other. Obviously, at Chiro Mission, we would love to have you one of our trips. And if you need more information, please look www.chiromission.com or reach out to me. We are looking forward to having a great trip to Haiti. I think that's already booked in September. We still have spaces left for the DR trip. And we're always looking to help you become more certain, get over your fears, remove all the masks that we tend to put when we're here of fear and all these things that block us from spreading the beautiful gift that we have that is called chiropractic. This is just, it's a pleasure for me to serve Chiro Mission for the last 10 years. I'm the VP, but I'm always available to answer any questions. Dr. Martinez, any thoughts you want to say before we go?
Not really. Thank you for all you do, because you're on here every day, every week, you know, spreading the message for Chiro Mission, and helping people, you know, helping empower people as well in your community. The one thing I wanted to say that, you know, nowadays, as far as being certain in what we do, we have so many things available to us. We have, like you said, I have my Band of Brothers meeting, which is something that we do face to face, knee to knee, and just talk about practice, philosophy, being the best chiropractor, being the best, even if it's not chiropractic, you know, we help each other, lift each other up. We have, you know, we have DE, we have, you know, so much, you know, DE was the spark for me when I was sitting in the room. Before I went to chiropractic, before I decided to go to chiropractic college, I was sitting there, waiting to go to dental school, and the speakers up there were just speaking to me, hit me in my heart, and I totally changed my my path. So we have Band of Brothers, we have DE, there's Cal Gem in California. There's a bunch of stuff available to us. Saturday Night Live. We've been doing it for 35 years here in South Florida, where we bring the best of the best speakers from all around the world. You know, and I encourage everybody, even if you're not from South Florida, take a little vacation, get some philosophy and you know, some, you know, positive information to take back with you to practice, so you can implement it right away. And that's what we've been providing in South Florida for 35 years. And we have this. We have Facebook, where we can, even if we don't have to drive somewhere or fly somewhere, we could always get plugged in. So, you know, it's kind of like there's no excuse nowadays to get plugged in and stay certain if you tap into the right things. So I appreciate everything you do, and thank you for having me on.
Somebody left you a comment. I'm going to read it out loud. It says, Jeff Arnell, DC, love you, bro. When you speak at DE, I feel as if you're talking to me. So that was just
jazzy. That's jazzy, yeah.
And thank you for commenting. Thank you for watching. This has been a pleasure. I will be having more guests on our certainty topic. And just let me know who you would like to hear from. I think we have a lot of superstars in chiropractic, and we need to hear their voices, because their voices indeed soothe us and help us keep fighting the good fight of really reaching as many people as we can and giving this beautiful gift we have, chiropractic, called chiropractic. If you want more information, chiromission.com. Please reach out to me for information. I hope to see you in September, and probably next week with a new guest on our Certainty series. Thank you so much, Dr. Martinez. Have a blessed weekend, and thank you for being. We definitely got it. I'm so proud of us.
Awesome. Yeah. No bloopers this time. Great.
No bloopers. Ciao.